All right, welcome into Pro Football Ireland Super Bowl 60 coverage here from the Moscone West Convention Centre on Super Bowl 60 Media Row. This is our final broadcast. Final, I guess, full broadcast. We even got Darren Connell in the back here for quite a while. We're disbanding and starting Pro Football France ahead of the NFL France. No, I'm only joking. Michael McQuaid, Mark Hogan, Jason Hayes, obviously presented by SBK. We got some great offers coming up this Super Bowl Sunday, which we'll talk about in a wee minute, but the biggest one is probably that 50% first touchdown score bonus. But you haven't even seen it yet. There's loads of ones overnight that have just popped up, and they're actually quite intriguing, which we'll maybe talk about when we're previewing the game a bit. Mark, Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. We've been talking about it all week.
Well, the story of the week is the week that has just been. Tired voices you can probably hear. It's been incredible, really. The two most insufferable Cardinals fans became even more insufferable when, Jason, earlier on, we were able to meet the GOAT, Larry Fitzgerald, earlier on. I think it just summed up and put a nice bow on the week that we've had. Jason, yeah, what do you reckon?
I mean, he's as good as advertised. What a gent he was.
He was really sound.
A couple of minutes of his time. First ballot Hall of Famer here, so that was on the bucket list.
And what did he go?
It's kept a week.
I was walking away because he had some serious handlers on him. He was after coming off Pat McAfee. Everyone's trying to get to him, and he was like, no, really. Said hello. We gave the spiel. We're Cardinals fans, thanks to him. He said, and I'm walking away, and he goes, Dublin or Belfast? I said, yeah.
Belfast.
He goes, what do you mean? He goes, are you Dublin or Belfast? I said Dublin. He goes, I go to Belfast and the north of Ireland every year for golf. I'm like, no way. Why don't you come back, go to Adair Manor? We have the Ryder Cup there next year. He says,
I mean, yeah, it's he does have some Irish connection. You initially thought he was Irish because of the Fitzgerald name, isn't that how you started following him?
Someone, an Irish American fella that was in my year, said to me, Larry Fitzgerald is Irish. So I like that. I was like, do you know what? I didn't even Google him or anything. I was just like, there's an Irish lad in the NFL. That is how naive I was. And I was able to relay that story back to Larry Fitzgerald.
Well, at least there's some.
And of course he said, I am part Irish. That's what he said to me. So
well, I will raise you to Hall of Famer, and I'll tell you who I met. I met AJ and Big Justice.
Oh, we did.
And we got the 5 big booms. I have a video. We're going to give the NFL in Ireland 5 big booms. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, my God. Met Mama Justice, met Ashley. And at this point, I'm asking myself, what is my life and what is going on?
That is years in the making that you've wanted to do it.
We've got a packed show. Myself and Dara are going to talk to Christian Watson of the Green Bay Packers. And we've got the host of Good Morning Football, Jimmy Erdahl. We're going to have Jeff Reinebold pop up in a wee second as well. He's going to go in between you two in a few seconds. Lads, if we had to give a bold prediction ahead of Sunday or something that we think is going to happen, like how excited are we for it? Jason, I'll put you on the spot.
I mean, yeah, it's everyone's thinking that the Seahawks are going to be strong favourites in this game, which they are. And while I do look at that roster across from top to bottom, I do think that players and the talent they have available is superior. But for me, the surprise is just going to be how close this game is, and that the Patriots, the talent that they have, whether it's Keyshawn Boutte stepping up or Hunter Henry, they've got guys who will be taking everything that's been said this week as a personal insult. And you can guarantee that their coaches will have them fired up for this game, and Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels on offense.
We have convinced ourselves of the space of the week. Mentioned this in another podcast. It's going to be on the feed. But that we've convinced ourselves through hyping each other up and talking about the game, because everyone wants it to be a close game. So I think we've all fallen for this narrative. And it's weird that, we've fallen into this narrative exactly. I think, though, for me, the Seattle defense is hurt with Nick Amanwari, the safety, being banged up a bit this week. What a freak accident.
It's definitely a factor.
It is going to be a factor.
But they've literally come out and said he's playing no matter what.
So
but how fit is he?
Exactly. That's huge. That changes the defense, because he has been made such a monster impact. That's like losing your Micah Parsons. Well, I mean, maybe that's a stretch, but it's losing a monster name.
Yeah, they've got depth, but that depth tends to be more at the cornerback position, and he's just so versatile. They deploy him all over the field, whether it is safety or in the slot. I think losing a bit of that versatility, that's where the likes of a Hunter Henry over the middle perhaps is going to be licking his chops.
We are going to get the lads up at the end and give our Super Bowl picks, so we'll do that in a bit. My bold prediction is I think one quarterback's going to have a shocker, whether it's Darnold or whether it is Drake May, over 2.5 interceptions. I think Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. And on that, so we said about with SBK, folks, you can check the link in the bio. Obviously, 18 plus. Please be gamble aware. But they've got loads of stuff going on. That 50% bonus on the first touchdown score. Overnight, they've added the following, and I haven't told you boys this. Stephon Diggs and Mr. Hayes' favourite JSN both to score touchdowns, 7-1. Evers starting quarterback to throw over 2.5 interceptions, 6-1. and that obviously is the enhanced special with that there. The current handicap is down, Mark, from 6.5 to 4.5.
Whoa.
Patriots coming back
Whoa.
into it. But certainly check out SBK. The odds are going to change over the weekend, so make sure you check it. That's at the time of recording.
Be
right
gamble
now.
aware, Michael, as always. Now that's huge because that's what we're saying, that narrative, and everyone kind of juicing themselves up ahead of this game, saying that it could be a tight one. Now it opened at 5.5, but to go down to 4.5, yeah, wow.
I think it's as you said, it feels like all of Radio Row has been slowly steering towards the Patriots this week. So obviously it's a bit of groupthink going on there with the odds shifting.
I'm trying to get Jeff to come up here. I'm keeping this in the podcast. Jeff, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
this is going to have to be a long
Hawaii,
intro.
But he's also from South Bend, Indiana. A man from Sky Sports NFL, part of Virgin Media's NFL coverage, joining us for the next 6 or so minutes, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Jeff Reinebold. Hey, the crowd goes mild. Right, Jeff.
You could have taken the close stairs
Coach.
over here to help out with the intro there. He's after speaking for 5 minutes on your behalf.
Coach, what's the crack?
The crack is, this is the biggest game of the year, and we are almost there, and we are going to be part of something really, really special.
The All-Ireland Finals in July.
No,
No.
I'm not talking about any All-Ireland final. I'm talking about the first broadcast back
Yes, sir.
to Ireland Live in 40 years. 40 years, and Pro Football Ireland is going to be a big part of it.
And you're part of it as well. I think it's class because, I'd say you're the only person that's been on us from the very, very start, opening doors, doing everything for us. So I know all of us, and even the boys in the back, we really appreciate it. Like, Jeff, we're sitting on the international stage at the Super Bowl. It's class. So thank you very much.
You know, it is hard to believe when you think about where this started and where we are today. And not only that, but where you guys are going, because, I watched everything you guys put out, and it's always quality stuff, and you guys know what you're talking about. And if you're a consumer of football, if you want to get football in Ireland particularly, but anywhere in the earth now because of the way the internet works, is you got to tune into Pro Football Ireland.
I appreciate that from you, Jeff, but it's also this journey where the fans in Ireland have come from. Like, we've obviously had a historic game there this year, and whoever hadn't been to an NFL game before, an extra 80,000 of them can probably say that they've been there.
Unreal.
I've been talking to Robert Mays, if you're a fan, from The Athletic, and just asking about his numbers, and listen to these guys saying, Ireland is huge in our metrics, and we really understand the passionate fans out there. It's cool just as a whole as we wrap this historic season for Ireland that we got that game, and now we have this broadcast.
I know everybody wants to have another game right now, back home, but you got to understand, the NFL works in a little different pace and a little different schedule. But what the fans and the country did by showing the world, not just the United States, but showing the world,
Yes, sir.
what a game can be and what it can mean, and the kind of energy that what was going on in Croke Park, it was legendary. It was legendary, and you have set the bar now as Paris and Australia and all these other places are going to get games. You've raised the bar way beyond what Wembley, initially said.
You've invested so much of your own time as well, Jeff, over the years, working on our side of the world.
Thank you
in
as
the
well,
NFL.
yeah.
So this, even just for you personally, not just us, this must mean a lot to be part of the growth.
Yeah, I mean, I watch it. It's like when we come in here, right? And we sit down and we watch this circus that swirls around us for 5 days, and then you realize that, hey, we're a part of this. We're a part of the NFL. We're a part of the pro football family, and 10 years ago, this would have been, people would have just laughed. They'd have looked at you and laughed. Game in Dublin? Are you kidding me?
I would say 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't
you
even
might
say
be
10
right,
years.
Mike.
So just on that, a couple of things I want to say here. Obviously, Jeff comes in this morning, an absolute superstar on Radio Row. The man was bamboozled. Everyone in chatting to him. But Jeff, it's funny because this game, and I do want to get we're going to get your game pick in a minute because I want to get the rest of the guys in as well. But just from your point of view, Virgin Media, Sunday night. How do you see this game going on Sunday night, Jeff, for people listening?
Well, I think this is going to be a really unique game. This is the first time in a couple years that we've had two defensive head coaches, and that people say, well, what does that mean? Well, the fact of the matter is, if you're a defensive head coach, you call the game. You want to manage the game a certain way, and certainly What you don't want is turnovers, and you don't want to screw it up offensively. So as I watch this game unfold, I really think this is going to be, particularly in the first half, because both of these teams have struggled to score in the first half. I think it's going to be a slow starter. I think it's going to be a game that's going to have incredible hitting and physicality on defense. And then gradually the offenses will begin to take footing. If somebody doesn't make, and I think this is going to be the turning point in the game, somebody will make a big mistake along the way. They'll blow a coverage, they'll get a punt blocked, they'll give up a sack fumble. Something like that will turn the tide and make it tough. If it's just a game of attrition, if it's just trench warfare, then I gotta think Seattle's going to win the game.
Oh,
We were just talking before you jumped on about how this narrative has kind of taken hold this week, that initially people thought that this was going to be a blowout, and that is not how people are approaching the game anymore. Do you think it's going to be nice and tight then with that defensive side?
Well, you know what, Hoagie, the thing that everybody looked at the two teams and they said, well, Seattle's loaded. And, everybody's judging New England as the 4-win team that they were last year. They are 14-3. They've done something that nobody in the history of professional football has ever done, which is win 9 straight games on the road. Now, when you put all those things together and you realize that they are the hottest team in pro football right now, you got to say we've got a fighting chance. Again, I think it's going to come down to how well they can manage the game early, what Drake May is going to be able to do. They need to get some over-the-top shots, I think, offensively. And, the two running backs, I think, you look at these two guys and the way these offenses want to operate, and I think Ramondre Stevenson is going to be a big, big key for New England.
Do you think it's possible to take JSN out of this game?
Well, I think the only way you can take Jackson Smith and Jigba out of the game is you better hijack the bus on the way to the stadium. Because I don't think, as long as he's out there, he's going to make plays. What you need to be able to do is limit the number of plays that he makes. And that plays into, really that plays into Seattle's strengths with Kenneth Walker. Because if you want to play double zone and you want to jam him at the line and have help over the top, well, that means you got to take a guy out of the box to do that. And if Seattle has the ability to run the ball and make New England get out of that too high shell and get into single high so that to stop the run, then watch Seattle will go over the top to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jeff, we have so much more of this coming on Sunday night. I can't thank you enough for your support. Virgin Media 1, 11 p.m. this man Sunday night. Coming up next week with Jimmy Erdahl. But Jeff, Gurmy and Margaret, thank you so much, sir.
I agree. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Derek Harriger's here, and we all know why, because sitting beside us, part of the Green Bay Packers, we have Christian Watson. Christian, you're very, very welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Feeling good. Just ready to get after the off season. Ready to watch a good game on Sunday.
What's the off season like for a guy? Like, you have, if you look at any sport around the world, like soccer, etc., have like 2 or 3 months. You guys have a really long stretch there without a game. How do you keep that focus throughout that time?
Honestly, it's a much needed break for sure. Obviously it's a lot of work, getting through the season, training camp this season and whatnot. But it's not too bad. We get a couple months off, right after the season, get the bodies back, get back training, get some, position specific stuff down. And then once OTA start up, the off-season training program, you're kind of right back in it. You get some work with the coaches, get some work with the vets. Once the rookies get in, they get some work with them. You get like 2 months off, but then you're kind of right back in everything. Obviously not at the same intensity as everything else, but still getting work in. Still staying in the playbook and everything. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, obviously, Christian, this is a much more straightforward off-season for you than last year. You dealt with the ACL injury. Not many players come back and look as good as you did immediately out of the gate. You've looked better than ever post-injury. Is there anything you did in your ACL recovery that made you get back to that top level?
Honestly, I just tried to stay as locked in as I could on the football side of everything. Obviously it was a lot of time where I couldn't do a lot of that stuff, but just doing as much as I can. Trying to stay locked in. Mentally. Kind of just getting mental reps and stuff, and I tried to make it a staple for me just to, be as, locked in and as intentional as I can, with everything that I was doing, trying to relate everything back to, football, whether I was, just standing there catching footballs, walking through routes and everything. And I feel like that kind of just helped me stay in the right mindset throughout that process. And, once I was back, I felt better than ever, felt stronger than ever, bigger and faster. So, once I got back out there, I was kind of put all of that behind me. It was just, going out there and playing fast, playing free, and getting after it.
Yeah, and obviously the fans want to know, that the Packers fans among us want to know, Noah Pauley coming in as your wide receivers coach. Everyone's saying he's the guy who took you through at North Dakota State, and now he's your coach again. What can you say about your relationship with him?
That's my dog. I love Coach Pauley. Obviously I'm super excited for that opportunity for him, but I'm ready to work with him again. He was definitely one of the coaches, throughout my lifetime that, I'm most grateful for. Definitely helped me grow as a player and as a man. Going through my college football days, I'm excited to get to work with him. I know he's gonna get us right in the wide receiver room, I'm excited for it. Couldn't be more happy for him and his family for getting that opportunity, and I'm ready to work.
We have a lot of obviously Irish people listening and watching to this. Two-part question on Ireland. Dan Whelan, first off, he's a hell of a leg in him. In my opinion, he should have been a Pro Bowler this year. That's one aspect. What's he like? And also, the Packers need. I feel like the Packers need to play a game in Ireland at some stage. I'm presuming that you would be very much up for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not a big fan of the travel and stuff for the international games.
Nobody is.
Yeah, that's just part of it. But the experience as a whole is always super fun. Getting to go out there and play play in front of a different group of fans. I feel like everyone in Europe is always super. They bring it when it's time for the games out there. So I like the energy, I like the vibes. When we're not playing in America. I think Daniel definitely got snubbed. I know it'd be big time for him to go out there and play in Ireland. I would definitely be up for it. I've never been. I've been to a few places out in Europe, but I've never been to Ireland. So I would love to make it out there. But Daniel's a great guy. Obviously, on the field for sure, but he's a great guy to have in the locker room, great teammate to have. I love him to death.
He's coming to Ireland over the next few weeks. UK and Irish Packers, Dara, hit them up. They can get you into an event with Daniel Whelan. Something tells me he's going to be at it.
Probably
2 Packers players in 2 weeks.
I know. Yeah, it's we're living good over here in Ireland now. No, Christian, the one thing I wanted to sort of think for Irish fans, one thing that always people who maybe aren't as big into American football find so fascinating is the level of athletes out here. Now, for my money and for a lot of people's money, the mathematics states it. You're maybe the most athletic player to ever come through the NFL Combine. We've seen the relative athletic scores and all that in terms of size and speed. What is it like just to have that in your locker, to line up against another player and know that, whatever he has, I'm taller than him, I'm bigger than him, I'm stronger than him, and I'm faster than him. That advantage that you have.
It's great. It's great. I definitely, pride myself in, definitely, the being bigger and faster. I take a lot of pride in that aspect of my game. It's just a blessing. I gotta say that, a lot of it's just, God-given, talent and ability. So, just thankful for that. But, it's just a blessing to be in the position that I'm in. When I line up and I know I got to go ball, and I just get to run straight and just go downfield and make a play. I always got a smile on my face. Getting ready to do that stuff. So, it's just a blessing to be in the spot that I am and get to do what I do. I get to compete against a lot of great athletes as well. So, it only makes me, better as a player and as an athlete. So, I'm just grateful for it.
You've got Matthew Golden, obviously. Maybe didn't get as featured as people would have wanted down the stretch last season, but it does feel like next year could be a big breakout season for him.
Oh, 100%. I think, the whole world got to see, flashes of, what he was capable of doing. Obviously, we saw it every day. I think, obviously the more opportunities he gets, which I think, will come, a lot more in his second year. The more the world's gonna know what he's capable of, and I'm excited for it. I think he'll definitely, help our offense, the more opportunities he gets, I think our offense will be a whole lot better. So I'm excited to see, where he goes in his second year.
I was in Green Bay on draft night with Connell, who's behind the camera here, and the roar that went up whenever Matthew Golden was drafted. But not just that, like Christian, I was blown away by Lambeau and the city, and honestly, it's people. And I thought to myself, why have I not been here until now? When you put that jersey on, when you put that uniform on, what's it like running out into that iconic stadium and just being part of that whole experience?
It's honestly, it's one of one. Definitely. Green Bay is a different place. I mean, kind of like you said, the passion and the love for the Packers that they have is unmatched. Playing in Lambeau is a whole completely different experience than playing anywhere else. They got a different, vibe, different energy. It's always turned up a notch.
It's cold as well.
Oh yeah. That's part of it. But yeah, you gotta embrace it. When I look in the stands and I see fans having their shirts off and everything, and it's 10 degrees, it gives me a little boost. It gives me a little boost too. I'm like, I got a full uniform on and everything, and I'm going out here, so just get running around a little bit. I feel good. They just bring a different vibe and a different energy to the stadium, and it's fun as hell playing out there.
Sunday, look, I'm pretty sure you didn't play either of these teams this year. This is two teams that are, you weren't studying the film or anything on them, but from what you have seen of this playoff run, have you got a pick for Sunday, or is there anything jumping out to you?
Honestly, I'm just excited to watch a great game of football. I haven't wanted to dive into it too much, but
you've got some North Dakota State guys playing.
Yeah. No, I do. Obviously on the Seahawks and I want to stay in the NFC anyways. I'm cheer on a fellow NFC team and just go with the Seahawks on Sunday. But I'm just excited to watch a good game.
You excited for Bad Bunny on Sunday?
Say that again.
Are you excited for Bad Bunny on Sunday or for the halftime show?
It's all going to be
I'm asking because I'm from Ireland, right, and I can't speak a word of Spanish, but I'm sort of intrigued to see it.
I don't know a single word of any of his songs, what he's saying in them. But the Super Bowl halftime show is always a big time show, and obviously he's a big time artist. So I'm definitely excited to see what they come out with.
Have you a message for any of? So there's a UK and Irish Packer fan group. Steve Diddy from Ireland is the head of it, and he's doing honestly unbelievable work over there for Packers fans. Have you a message for any of the Packers fans overseas in Ireland and the UK?
Just grateful for all the fans worldwide. But just keep cheering us on. We need as much support as we can get. So just keep on cheering us on. It's Go Pack Go all the time. Love fans. Love all the international fans everywhere.
Have you a final question for Christian? Or?
My final question for Christian, obviously, you've made, I think you got an all-pro vote this year coming in. You already missed the first week or first month of the season, obviously, with the injury. But coming back next year, is 1,000 yards, is that the goal? I know the goal is obviously winning games, but you personally, have you those goals in mind? Do you think that next year could be a full breakout year for you and you could really assert into that top level of top bracket in the NFL?
100%. I don't try to stick by the statistical numbers and all that too much. I feel like it just kind of puts my headspace in a space where I don't want to be. But just in terms of personal goals and whatnot, I definitely I got to step it up a notch from what I'm doing in the past. I need to put together an entire season of great football. 1,000 yards will definitely be a goal in mind throughout this off season when I'm preparing. I just want to be a better football player than I have been these past 4 seasons, and hopefully we can break that 1,000-yard mark. And the number one goal is a Super Bowl, so hopefully I can help my team get one of those.
Well, look, you're always welcome in Ireland. If you ever are, you hit us up, man. But for now, appreciate you coming on. It's a busy day here at the Super Bowl Media Centre, and Christian, we will hopefully chat to you again soon. Go Pack Go, of course, and thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Super Bowl 60 on Sunday. Big thanks to Jeff for joining us. We are now joined by the host of Good Morning Football, among so many. Every time I turn my TV on, international game, different things, Christmas on Netflix.
Yeah.
Jimmy Erdahl, you are so welcome to this. As we say in Ireland, Falcha. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. You know why? Because I don't have to do TV anymore this week. The next time I am on TV talking about the NFL, the game will have been played. And then that gives us new things to talk about because I love them, but I am sick of talking about Sam Darnold and Drake May without further context.
Well, you're going to love this podcast, Mark. Eh?
Here we go.
No, I mean on GMFB. Happy to do it in this place because this is new. This is fresh.
But
you guys have great rugs.
You are full on, though. It's a great rug. My wife texts me when I love this rug.
There's two of them. There's three of them.
It
It's
goes
falling
everywhere.
apart over here this week.
I will
your
say this.
decorator?
I've walked in here most mornings this week at about 6 a.m., which is, 9 a.m. Eastern. And this group is sitting, working. And I'm like, oh, my God, because it's quiet.
We walk in here at
That's hard.
4:40. We're live at 5. And we're live from 5 to 9. Now, little secret is that when we are on Good Morning Football, the regular season, we do our true live 2 hours. And then we kind of piecemeal stuff the next 2 hours. So it's not 4 full hours.
Okay.
This has been 4 full hours every single day because you can't not have the guests that are available to you here. So we had a Hall of Famer Friday practically. We had Bo Jackson, Barry Sanders. It was insane. Rod Woodson. It was an awesome Friday, but it's been a lot of television. And you know what? Kyle Brandt's across the country for me normally. He's sitting across that table from me today. I'm like, this is more Kyle Brandt than I'm used to, within my 5 feet of space. So I'm ready for the game to start.
Just put Seth Rollins on him and see the crack.
And Seth Rollins, yeah, he's my buddy, though, that guy. Kyle and I are...
Oh, he's basically Irish, Mark, Seth Rollins.
Yeah, well,
That's
Becky, with Becky.
And Becky Lynch,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
oh my gosh, his wife, she's so cool. Oh my gosh, what?
Hey, she's not. She came over. She's obviously performing in Ireland recently. She's a heel now. She was giving no shout outs.
Oh, the whole crowd in Belfast.
Really?
started
Oh,
doing
it was fun to see her in action, but it's like we're part of the crowd. We're like, no, don't take on Katie Taylor. Don't do that to us. Here, it's been an awful fun week. You're saying there that next week we are into, not to look past the game entirely, but
It's okay.
next week, what do you think the storyline next week is? Whether Sam Darnold is quote unquote elite because he's either won or lost a Super Bowl. That's what you have to look forward to next week, Jamie.
I love it. And then it's the combine, and then it's
Mendoza
free
time.
agency. Oh, Mendoza time. Is Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl the definition, though, to
We
make
are
him
not
elite?
one of those podcasts.
Oh.
More
What?
just well.
He's there. I already think he is.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I hate the QB win stats for a Super Bowl makes you elite.
I hate them too.
Yeah, okay,
Oh my gosh.
we're here. So
Oh.
don't worry, we're not going to bring you down one of these podcasts where
Okay,
we're going to
great.
argue this or whatever. Here,
Great.
of course, though, we have to talk. This season has been historic from our point of view,
Yeah.
specifically because we got
Yep.
the Dublin game.
Yep.
We didn't get to hang out when you were over there.
And
You
we're
were
very,
too
very
busy.
sorry for that. Did you go to the practice for the Steelers, no?
Yes, I went to the practice of the Steelers.
So that day, it sort of hit me that day, Jesus, there's a lot going on here.
Yes.
So we're all sorry, basically.
I am sorry that
I'll
I
tell you
didn't
why,
make-
because that game broadcast came on after the team ran out and after the anthem. I think you were the next person on the call after that.
Yeah.
I think you've done a great job in that
Oh,
stadium.
thank
And that for us is part of history. I'm getting them. I don't want to get
It
emotional.
was an
Fast.
amazing week. My mom's grandparents came from Ireland.
Okay.
Her mom's maiden name is my maternal grandmother's maiden name is Doherty, and so
There you go.
I felt things there, more so than I went to. I've been very lucky, and I did the first game in Munich, and I did the first game in Madrid. Amazing games, but that was really special. One of my bosses said to me before I went over there, you've never understood all the beautiful shades of green until you've been in Ireland, and I have never heard a truer quote come true in front of my eyes. So my day on Thursday in Dublin at Temple Bar, is that what I say?
Temple Bar.
Temple Bar.
We seen you necking pints. We
Oh.
were waiting for
I'm
that.
so disappointed in myself that I did not. I know you guys probably hate splitting the G, but mostly I just wanted to drink a lot of Guinness on television.
Next time you got to hit him up. You got to hit him up next
Oh,
time.
here we can do it here.
You got a G?
Well,
We were actually saying next year we should have a little Irish stall
You
with
absolutely
Guinness and stuff.
should.
So if you can put a good word in for us, we would do
To
that.
be allowed to have alcohol in here.
Well-
Here's a fun fact. Do you guys know the Hanson brothers? The
Yeah.
singers? This is really in the weeds, but follow me here. Yesterday on Trivia on GMFB, we found out that when Sam Darnold was born in the first week of June in 1997, the number one song in the Billboard Top 100 was Mbop by Hanson. Kyle, in his depth of knowledge, says the Hanson brothers actually have a beer called Hops. It's an IPA, and then we found it. We found it. It was like a half an hour drive outside of San Francisco, and we had a beer today already. So, Hops.
So your team actually went and got that beer. For that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And beer is officially allowed in Radio Row. That sounds good to know. So.
It-
Well, yeah, debatable.
I'm telling the story after it happened.
And this is going out way after, so it's fine.
Exactly.
I don't know. Like, I mean, we have to meet Jimmy again the next time she's in Dublin. We have to do it.
You didn't get to split the G though. So what's the highlight then of Ireland, if not drinking Guinness, obviously?
Well, no, I definitely split the G, just not on television. That was my great regret. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I really enjoyed about being there, especially that day in Temple Bar? We had fans that watched Good Morning Football come, like, see where we were, and they came to us and said hi. I had this one guy on the show, Daryl, who I think is actually going to go on my Emmy reel. Like, it was an interaction I had with this person that was incredible. He was such a cool fan. But hearing the origin stories of the fandom, like Daryl's a 49ers fan, and he lived up the street, but also like how you guys get Good Morning Football on your televisions. It sounds like everyone like jerry rigs these different operations, and I'm just like, man, the dedication is fierce.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, the time difference is a killer.
Yes.
But we're very lucky to have Good Morning Football on Sky.
But you know,
Yeah.
shout out Darryl and credit for him. I wish that I could find on my phone. We put out on our socials the guys, the crew that was going to be commentating, and you're a part of it. And oh my God, the comments for you specifically were so sweet. Oh my God, Jamie's coming to Ireland.
Oh,
and
that's so nice.
I
it
didn't
was very good,
realize the impact your show was having on
yeah.
NFL, and people are like making sure to watch it.
It's incredible. But I do. We feel passionately about this. Manti, Kyle, and I, like. In the U.S., you know, we're the first thing people see. We are not ever going to be screaming at each other. We're not negative. It feels like you guys have kind of the same vibe. Like, we're just not going to denigrate or criticize anybody just for like you see these other questions that get asked on other shows, and we just aren't that style. Like, we spin the positive. We talk about all 32. And when I go international to these games, like, I think the fans really appreciate it because they're also like learning the game too, and I really want to be like a welcoming space for them.
If you could go to any other city that's not on the current list around the world,
not on the current list? Wow,
where
what a
and
good
why
question.
would it be Cork or Belfast?
It would be Cork because
Let's go.
because my mom's family's from there. So I wanted to go when I was up there, but like the
Here,
time
it's
just
class.
didn't lend itself. So
Jimmy,
it would,
it's class. Like,
it would be-
I'm in the north, and I've been to Cork. Actually, it's on. You have to go.
Okay,
Like,
great. I will. I
we'll set
can't
it
wait. Okay.
Are you trying to get back now? Do you think, like having just gotten a snippet there?
Yeah,
You can get
I
back.
want to go to all. I want to go to all the international games.
Yeah,
My
that's
husband
it.
and 3 children would probably not appreciate that, but it is an amazing experience. I honestly think the commissioner, like, they were in London, just London, for so long, and those fans, it also started to become a destination for fans from the U.S. This now has re-entered this space of like, God, those people are like, they live in Ireland, they're from Ireland, and they are NFL fans. And I felt the same tone in Munich and the same in Dublin. Like, those people, it felt like an honor for them to have that ticket into that stadium. And then also so on point by the scheduling gurus to put the Steelers there. Like, I just
Bingo.
can't.
Yep.
And the Vikings, pretty good representation too. Like, those were I thought it was like the perfect matchup.
It was the most traveled international game from the U.S. ever.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I traveled from LA through Minneapolis to Dublin, and they
God.
ran out of beer on my flight from Minneapolis to Dublin. Like, Vikings fans were thrilled.
Hey, the one problem that we actually had with the game was there was one hiccup, and we have to be honest, there was one hiccup. You can't get a beer in Ireland until 12 o'clock on a
How
Sunday.
dare they?
And
On a Sunday.
It's
On a
shocking.
Sunday.
It's
On a Sunday.
It's not good.
Couldn't get a beer before the game, hardly. No tailgating allowed in Ireland, apparently.
Wow.
Here we
No
go.
tailgate.
But you mean in an establishment? If you had purchased
No,
the beer already.
If you'd purchased the beer already, you can't go into a store and buy it until 12 o'clock
What?
either. Oh, the Americans, they could
and
not wrap their
remind
heads
me, the
around it.
game was like a 2:30 kick.
2:32.
local?
2:30,
But
yeah,
everyone wanted to
2:30,
get
yeah.
into the stadium
Right.
to appreciate the build-up.
I mean, that's to only be able to have a beer a mere 90 minutes before
Oh,
the
I know, for
kickoff.
real.
Like, that's
God
an
forbid.
audacity. That's atrocious.
We've got like 45 seconds.
Go.
Give us your pick for Sunday. Who's
I
going to
picked
win?
the Patriots. I did pick the Patriots.
I don't want to give anything away yet, but yeah, why?
That's so
There's so many
interesting.
Patriots fans in Ireland. Do you
Oh,
know
there
what
are.
I mean?
I was going to say a lot of people have picked the Seahawks. So I picked the Patriots. I think Mike Vrabel is unbelievable. I think what he has done in this organization. I just think sometimes the Super Bowl lends itself to something magical. And this Vrabel thing is really cool. Josh McDaniels is a brilliant offensive coordinator, and he has totally coached up Drake May to become. It's just the beginning, I think, for these guys.
Oh, I love that. I'm so excited for this game. So
I know, me
excited.
too. Me
You've
too.
got us pumped up now. Good Morning Football is on every morning, every afternoon, 2 o'clock on Sky
I
Sports
think
NFL.
it is 2 o'clock.
It is
Yep,
2 o'clock.
5 a.m. California, 2 p.m. in Dublin.
And Jimmy,
5 a.m.?
5
a.m.
But
Wow.
I get up at
they then
2:45
repeat it
every
after.
day.
They repeat it after.
Yeah,
So it's grand.
it's on the repeat.
Jimmy, you're an absolute legend. You're welcome over any time, and
Thanks.
thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll see you internationally next year.
Amen.
At about
Amen.
7 games.
Let me know. Are you guys taking this rug back to Ireland, or can I take this home with me?
It's this guy over here.
This thing has to go to every Super Bowl now.
It was here last year as well.
Yes.
So there you
well,
go.
I wasn't on with you guys last year.
Jimmy, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
and enjoy the off season.
Awesome.
As well.
Thank you so much. Free agency.
Jamie Erdahl on Pro Football Ireland. What a podcast, boys. Look who's popped on the sofa. The whole team's here. Apart from Connor and Jacob, who have went home, but everyone's very, very welcome here. We'll talk in a wee second, but this is the part of the podcast where we remind people, check out the link in the bio, SBK, and it's the end of the season. It's the end for us. I believe that I've bribed Jason Hayes into doing a review podcast on Monday morning. It'll be very brief. Do you remember the one in Vegas?
It's been a long week. Oh my
At the
God.
table? Yeah, the game was great, yeah.
Over a Domino's pizza.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Super Bowl 60. We don't have like big heads this year where we can put the heads up and stuff. But if we are polite and we start at the back with the Cullyhanna man, Dara, give us your Super Bowl winner and why. Who's going to win on Sunday?
I think the Patriots are going to run it close, but the Seahawks are going to win it. I think the Seahawks, look, Drake may needs to have a wonder game. I think the Patriots aren't going to be able to run the ball. That's just the reality of how good Seattle is.
Is there a watch party in Cullyhanna or what's the crack?
So I've tried to organise it. I've tried to pull it together. It's not easy when you're out here. So don't show up in Cullyhanna expecting, a warm welcome, a hero's welcome. Yeah, I know half of Cullyhanna is out here. We've been meeting people who have all sorts of connections to Cullyhanna. But yeah, no, look, staying on track. I'm going to say Seahawks win by a touchdown maybe. I see people projecting blowouts all week. I don't think it has that in the
Oh, Jesus, what's going on here?
Hello, boss.
The Seattle Seahawks are going to win. There we go.
Come over here. Over here. There we go. This is good. Tell us your name very quickly and why the Seahawks are going to win.
Captain Seahawk, and we got the best team statistically in the history of the NFL with defense and offense. Sam Darnold is ready. He's fired up. JSN won the Offensive Player of the Year. We have Big Cat defense. DeMarcus Lawrence is going to get 2 sacks tomorrow. It's going to be crazy. 50-3 Seahawks.
And I can say this guy's a diehard Seahawks fan. I met him in Munich a couple of years ago.
Wow.
So congratulations. I hope you guys have a great Sunday.
Yes.
Thank you, boss.
And we're coming back next year. We're going to the Super Bowl again.
Love it.
We're going to lose a couple players because everybody, goes somewhere else. But it was good seeing you again. I'm coming to Ireland as Captain Seahawk. I've never been, and I'll call you guys. All right?
Captain,
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Thank you, Captain Seahawk.
you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Love you.
Take care. There we go, Captain Seahawk. And I'm happy he came on because can we shout out all the Patriots fans in Ireland, but also the Erdahl Seahawkers, Ron, etc. in that group. So the best of them. Are you all right, boss? There we go. All right.
It's been missed on the audio. We've had a kid come up. Here, he's going to talk. He's going to talk to Michael. We're getting gay.
We got like 10 seconds. Go for it, boss.
Pick the Patriots.
Okay, there's like 5 million Patriots fans in Ireland, so just say go Pats.
Go Pats.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Shout out
descending
to
into
everyone.
chaos, and it's not our
Descending
fault
into
for
chaos.
once.
Jason, quickly go.
Well, he brought a bit of balance back to the podcast, thankfully. Yeah, no, I've been going with the Patriots or the Seahawks all week. I think it will be a close one. But that Seahawks defense, I think the running game, and then my man JSN.
He's no longer known as that.
Sorry, that's not his
I
name.
feel like it's tattooed in your back.
The Emerald
this
City
week.
Route Artist. Please,
God.
Jason,
Oh,
please.
thank you. It's going to be a close one, 27-23 to Seattle.
Did you give a score prediction, yeah?
I didn't, but I would say something along the same lines. 27-20 Seattle.
All right. Mr. I seen Mendoza 2 weeks ago digging. Who you got?
I saw him earlier today as well. Yeah, I agree with the lads. Seattle Seahawks, but I think it could be close to start with, but I think this could kind of get ugly for the Patriots in my opinion.
Ugly?
Yeah.
Mr. Hogan?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ugly is because I feel like we have all come to the same agreement that the narrative definitely has brought the line down, but that we're still committed to the Seahawks, who have looked like the better team. Obviously, in the playoffs there, they've just taken it to another level, and they've been able to prove the doubters wrong with that offense in key moments. So that's why I'm kind of going back to you. I think that now is kind of mind-blowing to think that you think it won't be close, because I think we've all gone the other way to think that it will be quite close.
I just think the way that the Seahawks play, like the only reason that it might get close is because their offense isn't really firing. I don't think there's really a world where the Patriots defense is going to, or where the Patriots offense is going to be able to do a whole lot against the Seattle defense, because it's just the best unit in the NFL.
Nick Amenwari is a big...
I know, but he's not out of the game. Like, he's going to play.
Yeah, but he's clearly hobbled.
Time will tell. So you full house for the Seahawks here so far?
Yeah, I mean, that's not a surprise, but it's for the good reasons, I think, Michael.
Yeah, interesting. The Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. 27-24. Drake May is going to throw for 320 yards. Reinebold, what? Why not?
On that defense, you swear.
It's the Super Bowl.
It has
do you
been
remember
done.
Connell, who do you support?
I support the Denver
Do you remember
Broncos.
10 years ago what happened when everyone came in here? Everyone thought the Panthers were going to win by 50. Was it 14 points? They were
but that
by?
was because they had the MVP on offense and they had one of the best
And
defenses.
how did he do that day?
He did
Anything can happen. It's an 0-0 game.
Drake May was almost MVP, except for our own Sam Monson was able to...
give me Drake May MVP on Sunday as the game of his life. Patriots win the Super Bowl 27-24. You're all going for the Seahawks. We can't all go for the Seahawks on an Instagram reel.
It's a knowledgeable podcast. If you want me to be fickle...
Yeah. No, genuinely, I can see a path for New England win this, and it just feels like
it's a really exciting game, though, Michael. Really, really is. Considering off the back of the AFC and NFC championships, people had a bit of doubt, this is going to be a stinker. Absolutely not. We're right now absolutely buzzing for the Super Bowl, because we've obviously seen so much Chiefs, so much Eagles the last 3 years. It's like we do have this freshness and this, new relevance.
If you're looking for a long shot at Super Bowl MVP, and I love long shot Super Bowl MVP, I don't like the whole stigma of quarterbacks getting it every year. Rashid Shaheed has everything in his balance. Like, he can't run kickoffs back to the house, punts back to the house. I really like the idea. We've seen Desmond Howard, 30 years ago, I wasn't even born, get a Super Bowl MVP off kick returns. I think Rashid Shaheed has more than enough ability to do that. And Marcus Jones on the other side too. Check
it out in SBK, folks. Obviously 18 plus, please be gamble aware. Before I talk to these boys, can I thank everyone for the support this season? It's not enough time to really probably go into enough of an explanation for it, but it's obviously been a historic year with the first ever NFL Dublin game, and we really appreciate everybody from events to podcasts to social media posts to the support that I've been getting in Tesco or on a night out. We really, really appreciate it. Believe me, it means the absolute world to me. All of these boys here, first off, these two lads going to the College Football Championship. Sensational work. Good Lord. Alabama, renting the Ram, well done. Jason, Mark, hell of a year, hell of a season. Thanks a million to everyone, all you boys, for the hard work and effort that have put in.
I know you want to appreciate it, but hey, you booked some fantastic guests. I hope everyone listening along really enjoyed them. We weren't settling for, we'll take you in just because you asked to come on our podcast, except for Captain Seahawk over here.
Or the kid.
Other than that, to have the level of talent, whether it's broadcasters or players, I hope everyone at home enjoyed, but way to go you, making sure that we gave it the best go we could give it.
Well, way to go you. This day got that crazy that I haven't finished this, and it was going to be a far better scene, but Mark is getting married next week, and we have a card which has been signed by everybody apart from me, because I've been too busy, which we're going to give to you probably at some stage over this weekend.
Dead on.
We were going to be the handover now and be like that there, but no, look, have a great week next week, and best yourself and Linnea, and Hogan and Hayes starts when? March the 1st?
Well, it is now the Pro Football Cardinals podcast with Larry Fitzgerald joining on.
Well, it took 2.5 minutes earlier on to start talking about it. I'm happy you met Larry. Hopefully this is like a line in the sand now for Cardinals talk on this podcast. We are going to take 5 weeks off. Now, that's a lie, because Daniel Whelan, I know the producers discussed it. Daniel Whelan's coming to Dublin in 2 weeks. I think me and Dara, you're going to go and see Mr. Whelan and talk to him. Outside of that, we're back just after the Combine, looking ahead to the NFL Draft. I'll try and bribe both Dara and Connell to talk about that there. I'm going to the draft, minimum. We will be back. We're going to have a big season next year. And finally, on that, the Irish government were here today, and we're pretty confident they're coming back very soon. Not in 2026. On that, lads, everybody watching, to our partners at SBK as well, thank you, and at the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. Enjoy Super Bowl 60, Virgin Media 1, Sunday night, 11 o'clock. And whenever I start talking, please don't turn it off. Just press mute. Good night. God bless. From San Francisco.